You live in a place where survival is the only goal. Not success, not happiness, just survival. The streets are cracked, the buildings are collapsing, and the people? They've already given up. Your home is barely holding together. A small space with thin walls and a leaking roof. It's just you, your mom, and your little sister. Your dad? Gone. One day he left for work and never came back. No explanation, no justice, just another name added to the list of people who disappeared. But you're not like everyone else. You still believe there's a way out. You study harder than anyone. While others waste time, you stay focused. Late nights, early mornings. You push yourself because you have a goal. You want to become someone important, someone who can fix this broken system. Not for power, not for fame, but so your family never has to live like this again. For a while, it feels possible. Like maybe, just maybe, you'll make it out. Then everything changes. Out of nowhere. Your mom gets sick. At first it doesn't seem serious, just a little fatigue, a little pain. But then it gets worse. Fast. Too fast. You take her to the clinic. The doctor looks at you, and you can already tell, this isn't going to be simple. He explains everything. The condition, the treatment, the urgency, and then the cost. A number so big, your brain refuses to process it. To some people, it's nothing, a casual expense, a random purchase. But to you, it's impossible. It's the line between life and death. You walk home in silence. Your mom tries to smile, tries to act like everything is fine, but you can see it in her eyes. She knows, and now, so do you. You try everything. You go to neighbors. You knock on every door. You explain the situation. Some people feel bad. Some don't even listen. But at the end of the day, no one helps because they can't. Everyone around you is struggling. Everyone is barely surviving. You try friends. Same result. Excuses, silence, avoidance. You start to realize something brutal. When you're broke, you're alone. So you do the only thing you can. You start working. Anything. Everything. You carry heavy loads. You clean. You run errands. You push your body past its limits. Every day feels like punishment. Your back hurts. Your hands bleed. Your energy disappears. And at the end of it all, they hand you a tiny amount of money. You count it again and again, hoping it somehow increases. But it doesn't. It's nothing. Compared to what you need, time is running out. Your mom is getting worse, and you're running out of options. Then one day, you see it. A small sign, stuck to a pole, almost hidden. Quick cash, no questions asked. You stop. You stare at it. Something about it feels wrong. Dangerous, like stepping into something you won't be able to leave. You look away, you try to ignore it, but your mind keeps going back. You think about your mom, your sister, the clock ticking, and suddenly, that sign doesn't look so bad anymore. It looks like a solution. You tell yourself it's just one job. Just enough to fix everything. Then I'm done. So, you take the number, and you call. The voice on the other end is calm. Too calm. They don't ask questions. They don't care who you are. They just give you a location and a time. You hang up, and for a moment, you feel something strange. Fear, but also relief. Because for the first time, there's a way forward, even if it's the wrong one. You show up to the location. It's not what you expected. No signs, no names, just a quiet place that feels off. A man approaches you. He doesn't smile, doesn't introduce himself. He just looks at you, like he's already made a decision. He hands you a bag, gives you simple instructions. Take this, go there, come back. That's it. No explanation, no details. You want to ask what's inside, but something stops you. Deep down, you already know you don't want the answer. So you nod, and you do the job. Every second feels heavy. Your heart beats faster than normal. Every sound makes you nervous. Every person looks suspicious. You keep thinking, what if something goes wrong? What if I get caught? What if this was a mistake? But nothing happens. You reach the destination. You drop the bag. You walk away. Just like that. It's done. You go back. The same man is waiting. He takes one look at you, then reaches into his pocket and hands you cash. A lot of cash. More than you've ever held in your life. Your hands freeze. You weren't expecting this much. Not even close. For a second, you don't move. Then you grab it and walk away. Fast. Like if you stay any longer, something will change. You run home. Your mind racing. You count the money again. And again. It's real. It's actually real. For the first time in weeks, you feel something different. Relief. You pay for the treatment. You solve the problem. Just like that. The pressure disappears. The fear fades. And for a moment, you feel like you won. Like you beat the system. Like you found a shortcut everyone else missed. You sit there, thinking about how easy it was, how fast everything changed, and a dangerous thought enters your mind. Maybe this isn't so bad. You try to ignore it, but it stays there, quiet, waiting, growing. Because deep down, you know something. Nothing this easy. Comes without a cost. You just haven't seen the price yet. The next day, your phone rings. You already know who it is. You stare at the screen. For a few seconds, you consider ignoring it, pretending it doesn't exist, pretending yesterday never happened. But you answer. Of course you do. The voice is the same. Calm, cold, direct. Another job. You hesitate. You try to speak, to explain, to say you're done, that you only needed it once, that you're not that kind of person. But before you can finish, they cut you off, and the tone changes. It's no longer an offer. It's a reminder. They know where you live. They know your routine. They know your sister's school. They know everything. And just like that, the illusion shatters. This was never optional. You weren't hired. You were selected. You were tested, and you passed. Now, you belong to them. You try to push back, to resist, but fear takes over. Not for you, for your family. So you say yes. Again. The jobs continue, day after day. Each one a little bigger, a little riskier, a little darker. At first, you're terrified. Your hands shake. Your thoughts race. You barely sleep. But something strange happens. You get used to it. The fear starts to fade. Not because it's safe, but because your mind adapts. You stop questioning things. You stop thinking about consequences. You just follow instructions. Complete the task. Get paid. Repeat. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. And before you realize it, this isn't temporary anymore. This is your life. The thing you said would be just once has become everything. And the worst part? You don't see a way out. Because there isn't one. Only forward. Only deeper. Only worse. At some point, something inside you changes. It's not sudden. It's not obvious. But it's there. The fear that used to control you starts to disappear. Not because things got safer, but because you stopped reacting to it. You become numb. The same things that once terrified you now feel normal, routine, expected. You stop seeing yourself as a victim. You start seeing yourself as someone who survives, someone who adapts, someone who gets things done. And that shift changes everything. You start thinking differently, moving differently, acting differently. You pay attention. You learn fast, faster than anyone around you. You notice patterns, mistakes, opportunities. While others panic, you stay calm. While others hesitate, you act. And people notice. The same people who once ignored you now watch you, the ones giving orders. Start trusting you, giving you more responsibility, more control, more access. And with that comes more money. More than you've ever imagined. You start providing. Your home improves. Your sister is safe. For the first time in your life, you're not struggling. You're ahead. And that feeling, it's addictive. You tell yourself you're doing the right thing, that you had no choice, that this is survival, that this is for your family. But deep down, you know the truth. You stopped doing this for survival a long time ago. Now, you're doing it because you're good at it. Because you like the control. Because you like the power. Because for the first time, you matter. You walk into places and people move. You speak and people listen. You decide and things happen. That kind of power changes a person, and it's changing you. Slowly, quietly, completely. The kid who wanted to fix the system is fading away, replaced by someone else. Someone colder, someone sharper, someone who understands how this world really works. And the deeper you go, the harder it becomes to remember who you used to be. Eventually, you reach a point where everything changes. You're no longer just following orders, you're giving them. People report to you. They wait for your decisions. They depend on your judgment. And for the first time, you feel in control. Money is no longer a problem. It flows through your hands constantly. You stop counting it. It becomes normal. Just numbers, just tools. You upgrade everything. Your home, your life, your image. From the outside, it looks like success, like you made it, like you escaped. But inside, something feels off. You don't sleep the same. You don't think the same. You don't feel the same. Every conversation has tension. Every silence feels heavy. You start questioning people, watching them closely, reading between every word, because you've learned something important. Trust doesn't exist here. Not real trust. Everyone has a reason. Everyone has a price. And everyone can turn on you. You surround yourself with people, but you feel alone. You build power, but you feel exposed. You gain control, but you lose peace. And still, you keep going. Because stopping isn't an option. Because turning back isn't possible. Because this is who you are now, or at least who you've become. You tell yourself, this is worth it. This is better. This is what I wanted. But deep down, there's a quiet voice asking one question. Was it? And no matter how much money you have, you can't silence it. You can only ignore it. For now. And then, it happens. Not slowly. Not gradually. All at once. One call. That's all it takes. The tone is different this time. Urgent, sharp, something's wrong. You can feel it immediately. You start making calls. No answer. You check your usual contacts. Nothing. Silence. The kind of silence that means something is broken. Then the truth starts to surface. Someone talked, someone flipped, and everything you built is now exposed. Names, routes, operations, all of it, out there. You don't know who did it, but it doesn't matter, because the damage is already done. Everything starts collapsing, fast, locations get hit, people disappear, some get taken, some don't make it out. You try to stay ahead, you try to move, to adapt, to survive. But this isn't like before. This isn't something you can outthink or outwork. This is bigger than you, and it's closing in. You start hearing things, names of people you trusted, people you worked with, people you protected. Now, they're working against you, cutting deals, saving themselves, trading your name for their freedom. And suddenly, you understand something. You were never in control. Not really. You were just another piece, a useful one, a valuable one, but still replaceable. You try to hold things together, give orders, regain control, but no one's listening the same way anymore. The fear is gone, replaced by panic, replaced by survival. And in this world, survival comes first, even if it means turning on you. The pressure builds. Every second feels heavier. Every move feels risky. Every decision feels wrong. Until finally, there's nowhere left to go. No safe place, no backup plan, no escape, just consequences. Catching up. All at once. You run. Of course you do. Anyone would. You grab what you can, cash, documents, anything that might give you a chance. And you move. Fast. No destination, no plan. Just distance. Every second feels like someone is behind you. Every sound makes you turn. Every shadow looks alive. You don't trust anything anymore. Not people. Not places. Not even your own thoughts. The world you once controlled now feels like a trap closing in. You keep telling yourself, I can fix this. I can get out. I've survived worse. But deep down, you know this is different. This isn't a problem you can solve. This is the end of the road. Eventually, you stop. Not because you're safe, but because you're out of options, out of energy, out of time. You sit there, alone. For the first time in a long time, there's silence. No calls, no orders, no noise, just you and your thoughts. And that's when it hits you. Everything, all at once. The choices, the moments, the decisions you made without thinking, the ones you justified, the ones you ignored, the ones that led you here. You think about your mom, your sister, the life you wanted, the person you used to be, and you realize something brutal. You didn't just lose your way, you erased it, piece by piece, choice by choice, until there was nothing left. It all started so small. One decision, one moment, one just this once. And now, that one moment has turned into everything. Everything you became. Everything you lost. Everything you can never undo. You thought you were fixing your life, but you were just trading it. Trading time for money, freedom for control, yourself for survival, and in the end, you didn't escape the system. You became part of it. A part that gets replaced, forgotten, erased, just like everyone else. Because in this world, no one wins. Not really. Some just lose slower than others. And the price is always more than you can afford.